Tonight the wind carries the scent of dirt roads. Feels like a call from someplace old. Highline gravel warming in a late day glow. Dry wind dragging through a red cut road. Boot soles brushing on a faded track. Old rig humming on a downslope crack. Fence wire trembling in a slow soft quake. Gas tank ticking near the salt flat shake. Rail car shadow leaning on a dusty span. Silhouette drifting where the dust began. Maple bark peeling by a loading gate. Voices carrying through a workday state. I follow that hum with a measured stride, feeling the county open wide. Tin roof cabin with a weather warm light. Coffee steam rising in the coming night. Pickup tailgate settling with a muted thud. Road salt clinging to the winter mud. Creek bed echo on a copper tin breeze. Sparrows diving through the leaning trees. Diner door shifting with a subtle sway. Badges hanging from a long hard day. Bar stool scraping on a pine worn floor. Laughs drifting out a crooked door. I pause by the shoulder where the edges blend, letting the long line quiet mend. If the hills breathe deep with a back road call, I'll trust that pull through it all. No turn too sharp for a soul this set. These southern bones ain't breaking yet. Night falls gently over grain-field roads. Cold air settling where the tall grass grows. I lean on the hood for a slower view, letting the dust plane echo through. Engine ticking down in the open span. Road stretching farther than any plan. And somewhere past that amber line is a place where I can rest my mind. Red trail gravel humming under worn-out wheels. Heat shift shimmer where the black top peels. Boot dust rising in a copper brown sweep. Old freight rumble from a canyon deep. Gas pump Light up the red trail, voltage high, let the engines echo through the open sky. Steel hot thunder rolling sharp and wide, running on rhythm down the countryside. Red trail, voltage raw and free, that's the spark that pulls on me. A Bane bar with a crooked glow, cheap corn whiskey in a warm slow flow, Telecaster twang in a bayou band, boots stomping hard where the tables end, truckers swapping tails by a rattled gate, laughing loud at the strokes of fate. Smoke rising thick in a blue-gray trail, feels like shelter when the nights turn pale. Light up the red trail, voltage high, let the engines echo through the open sky. Steel hot thunder rolling sharp and wide, running on rhythm down the countryside. Red trail, voltage raw and free, that's the spark that pulls on me. Hums deep with a lightning tone, I'll chase that rumble till the dark is gone. No wave too rough for a soul this wide, southern grit keeps the road inspired. Stars drift slow on a worn-out hell, hair grows cooler and the fields go still. I crack the window just to breathe, let the long run carve my creed. Sundown slipping on a wide blue road, boot dust shaking from a long day load. Old rig humming with a worn out pride, a warm breeze rolling on the mountainside. Fence lines drifting in a copper sway, loose gravel rattling down a twilight bay. Radio picking up a far off choir, something in the tone pulls me higher. Run that wide bluff mile tonight, let the engines echo in the fading light. Steel string heartbeat riding clean and strong, rolling that hush where the days belong. Wide bluff mile, steady and true, that's the hum that carries through. Diner door shaking with a quiet creak, coffee steam rising in a soft bag leak. Harley forks blending by a shaded span, boot heels tapping on a tin roof pane. Bar talk drifting with a low warm glow, laughs mixing gently where the night winds go. Smoke curls lifting on an idle breeze, feels like a moment built to ease. Run that wide bluff mile tonight, let the engines echo in the fading light. Steel string heartbeat riding clean and strong, rolling that hush where the days belong. Wide bluff mile, steady and true, that's the hum that carries through. with a wind-borne crowd. Chase that pull till the shadows lie. No climb too sharp for a will this set. Southern bones hold firm, yeah. Moon slide gently on a pale cut line. Night air settling where the fields combine. I ease the wheel for a calmer glide, letting the wide bluff mile decide.
Sunset dust settles on a long straight hill. Dry wind whispering through a grain-cut lane. Boot soles tapping on a field-worn plain. Old truck leaning by a fence post bend. Tail lights dimming as the minutes blend. Railway tremor from a far-off sweep. Wheat head shivering where the valley sleep. Thermos lid rattling in the backseat shade. Map edges curling from the heat they've made. I take that shoulder with a steady glide, letting the day slide off my side. If the South Trail hums in a low warm tone, I'll ride that sound till it feels like home. Neon flicker on a half-torn sign. Whiskey breath drifting near a service line. Harley folks chiming in a nightfall sway. Rust grip bouncing on a roadside tray. Door hinge creaking on a barroom frame. Voices rolling through a week-worn game. Smoke coal rising in a bar light spin. Boot heels marking where the trucks roll in. I hear that throb from the county's brim. Feels like the place grew up with him. If the ridge wind shifts with a shadowed call, I'll trust that pull through the fading sprawl. No slope too sharp for a heart this set. Road-worn bones haven't failed me yet. Slouch quiet on a timbered crest. Cold air drifting where the grass lies pressed. I ease the wheel for a gentler drift, letting the South Trail grant me lift. dust rising where the fence lines end. Maple shade flickers on a leaning sign. Roadside gravel with a warm gold shine. Radio chatter from a far off town. Wind keeps pushing all the noise back down. Flatbed humming in a steady stride. Feels like something waking inside. Run that lonesome wire county wide. Let the engines echo on the early ride. Steel bar rhythm shaking off the haze. Rolling through miles like burning days. County wire humming wild and true. That's the pull that carries through. Neon blinking on a cheap motel. Smell of gasoline where the shadows fell. Barroom laughter by a weathered rail. Voices drifting through a rust-red trail. Harley thumping in a parking lot glow. Boot heels marking where the cool winds blow. Smoke line curling through a late night hum. Feels like a place I won't outrun. Run that lonesome wire county wide. Let the engines echo on the early ride. Steel bar rhythm shaking off the haze. Rolling through miles like burning days. County wire humming wild and true. That's the pull that carries through. If the sky cracks open with a long back roar, I lean the throttle till it wants more. No road too rough for a heart this sad. Southern grit don't break just yet. Moon climbs slow where the hilltops rise. Night wind cooling on the open ties. I roll the window for a deeper breeze. Let the long run steady me. Kickstart rhythm on a sunburned turn. Flatbed shaking where the white lines churn. Boot dust popping on the hardtop scene. Radio jumping with a hill country gleam. Gas station shadow from a leaning sign. Two-lane shimmer in a warm red shine. Dry wind tugging at my denim sleeve. Something in the tail says don't you leave. Run that high ridge dust slide rally bow. Let the engines echo where the dust turns gold. Steel line thunder ripping through the heat. Rolling past counties on a long backbeat. Dust slide rally wild and clear. That's the pulse that keeps me here. Neon flickers on a motel wall. Holly growls low by a silver stall. Whiskey breath mingling with the parking lot breeze. Oil stain dancing by the mesquite trees. Desert flies quiet on a copper ridge. Heat wave trembling near an old plank bridge. Leather glove tapping on a fender line. Feeling that outlaw thrum in mine. Run that high ridge dust slide rally bow. Let the engines echo where the dust turns gold. Steel line thunder ripping through the heat. Rolling past counties on a long backbeat. Dust light rally wild and clear. That's the pulse that keeps me here. track with a deep road roar. I'll twist that handle till the sound wants more. No all too sharp for a drive this tough. Southern iron don't bluff. Moon hangs low by the wheat line bend. Crickets shuffle where the fence stakes in. I crack the window for the cool night breeze. Let the long trail hum my piece. Run that high ridge dust slide rally bow. Let the engines echo where the dust turns gold. Steel line thunder ripping through the heat, rolling past counties on a long backbeat. Dust slide rally wild and clear, that's the pulse that keeps me here.
Showed a woman in the late day blaze. Long haul hum drifting through the wheat field haze. Boot heels tapping on a sun-cracked grade. Tailgate echo from a slow roll parade. Dry wind brushing on a low-cut bend. Fence post leaning where the dust trails in. Motor post thumping like a heartbeat free. Something in the dust plants a restless need. Turn up the dust, run a copper bright. Let the engines holler through the coming night. Steel wire rhythm shaking loose the dark. Rolling that county like a flint-edge spark. Copper line dust running wild and deep. That's a creed I always heed. Shacktown tavern with a trembling light. Cheap rye pouring on a Friday night. Slide string crying from a corner stage. Boots stomping time on the weathered gauge. Truck stop chatter by a pickup row. Stories tumbling where the headlights glow. Smoke rings drifting in a heavy swirl. Feels like home in a rough cut world. Turn up the dust, run a copper bright. Let the engines holler through the coming night. Steel wire rhythm shaking loose the dark. Rolling that county like a flint-edge spark. Copper line dust running wild and deep. That's a creed I always heed. If the ridge line trembles with a deep road roar, I'll lean that throttle till it begs for more. No storm too sharp for a soul this tough. Southern bones keep running rough. Moon climbs high on a barley hill. Cool air settling where the fields turn still. I roll the windows down to breathe. Let the long miles ride my way. Run a copper bright. Let the engines holler through the coming night. Steel wire rhythm shaking loose the dark. Rolling that county like a flint-edge spark. Copper line dust running wild and deep. That's the creed I always heed.
back roads fade. Boot dust rising on a cracked out seam. Old Ford rumbling in a desert gleam. Gas tank ticking with a low warm knock. Highline shadows cutting through the rock. Radio buzzing on a blues run drag. Something in that pulse lifts my flag. Run that open line bright and clear. Let the engines howl till the dust draws near. Steelhead rhythm pushing through the glare. Rolling that sunset desert air. Open line fever riding free. That's a jolt that carries me. Scent drifting in the sagging pine. Holly pipe shaken by a broken rail. Boots hitting time on a sand-worn pail. Bar talk swirling with a rough cut joy. Old tales humming from a drifter boy. Desert wind leaning on the faded door. Feels like a place I've been before. Run that open line bright and clear. Let the engines howl till the dust draws near. Steelhead rhythm pushing through the glare. Rolling that sunset desert air. Open line fever riding free. That's a jolt that carries me. That throttle till it begs for more. No burn too wild for a soul. This wired desert grit keeps me inspired. Headlights cutting on a dust blue strip. Wind slipping cool on a night run trip. Cheap motel humming with a neon wine. Cold soda sweating in a roadside shine. Flatbed echo from a distant lane. Dust clouds falling like a summer rain. I breathe that sway with a steady grin, letting the desert pull me in. Stars drift sharp on a high back span. Night wind crawling through the copper sand. I ease the wheel for a lighter pace, letting the open line map my chase. Heat rising off a broken lane. Old truck shaking with a low back strain. Boot soles grinding on a chalky cut. Map flaps snapping in a highway rut. Roadside thistle in a wind-drawn sway. Sun burning orange on a farmyard straight. Radio static on a steel blue hum. Something in the drift says keep on, son. Fire up the gravel, spark it bright. Let the tailpipes echo through the falling light. Hard line thunder running sharp and fast. Rolling down counties where the shadows cast. Gravel spark riding fierce and free. That's the grit that pulls on me. Bar light trembling in a dead-end town. Whiskey pouring with a warm, slow sound. Slide guitar cutting through a smoky bend. Boots hitting hard where the truckers blend. Harley rumble shaking up the curbside stone. Laughing voices mixing with a diesel tone. Night run breeze swirling near the porch. A rail glow feels like a place I used to know. Fire up the gravel, spark it grit that pulls on me. If the ridge winds whip with a storm-cut cry, hold that steady till the dust blows by. No shake too rough for a soul this wide. Southern bones stay road-inspired. Moon drifts over a barley span. Cool night sitting on the open land. Red wind blowing on an asphalt rise. Warm grip drifting under cobalt skies. Boot heels knocking on a painted seam. Gas pump clicking in a midday gleam. Cargo rigs groaning on a far-off grade. Tire marks fading where the heat lines fade. Radio humming with a low road swing. Something in the rumble starts to ring. Turn up the red wind, let it roll. Let the engines echo through the valley floor. Steel bell rhythm cutting clean and wide. Rolling that sunset countryside. Red wind fever bold and true. That's the pull that carries through. Neon buzzing near a diner porch. Smoke drifting slow from a half-lit torch. Harley folks shining by a worn-out rail. Boots tapping time on a cracked wood pail. Bar top rising in a gravel thick hum. Laps feeling warm where the big rigs come. Heat wave glassing on a canyon wall. Feels like a place that hears me call. Turn up the red wind, let it roll. Let the engines echo through the valley floor. Steel bell rhythm cutting clean and wide. Rolling that sunset countryside. Red wind fever bold and true. That's the pull that carries through. Hear the long climb shakes with a thunder run cry. Ride that curve till the sparks go high. No rush too strong for a drive this set. Southern grit don't fail me yet. Night comes soft on a wheat line turn. Cool air settling where the ridges burn. I crack the window for a deeper run. Let the red wind guide me on. I drop the window for a cleaner run. Let the long miles bleed into one.
Heat rising off a broken lane. Old truck shaking with a low back strain. Boot soles grinding on a chalky cut. Map flap snapping in a highway rut. Roadside diesel in a wind-drawn sway. Sun burning orange on a farmyard stray. Radio static on a steel blue hum. Something in the drift says keep on, son. Fire up the gravel, spark it bright. Let the tailpipes echo through the falling light. Where the shadows cast, yeah. Gravel, spark, riding fierce and free. That's the grit that pulls on me. Ball light trembling in a dead-end town. Whiskey pouring with a warm, slow sound. Slide guitar cutting through a smoky bend. Boots hitting hard where the truckers blend. Holly rumble shaking up the curbside stone. Laughing bosses mixing with a diesel tone. Night run breeze swirling near the porch rail glow. Feels like a place I used to know. Fire up the gravel, spark it bright. Let the tailpipes echo through the falling light. Hardline thunder running sharp and fast. Rolling down counties where the shadows cast. There's gravel, spark riding fierce and free. That's the grit that pulls on me. For a soul this wired,
night sailing on the open land. I drop the window for a cleaner run, let the long miles bleed into one.
Sundown glimmer on a long white sweep, back road humming where the edges sleep. Boot steps tapping on a warm cut stripe, radio bouncing with a wild back tide. Pickup shadow rolling past a cotton field, steering wheel rattling with a loose worn yield. Orange dust swirling in a diner breeze, something in the shake brings me to my knees. Light up the iron trail, burning bright, let the engines carry through the falling night. Steel hard rumble cutting clear and strong, running that county where the miles belong. Iron trail fever, raw and true, that's the spark that pulls me through. Cheap motel buzzing with a neon fade, Harley pipes growling in the twilight shade. Whiskey scent drifting from a roadside crowd, bar door slamming in a rhythm loud. Desert wind pushing through a cactus row, heat line floating in a copper glow. Leather gloves tapping on a fuel-worn stand, feeling that outlaw prop expand. Light up the iron trail, burn it bright, let the engines carry through the falling night. Steel hard rumble cutting clear and strong, running that county where the miles belong. Iron trail fever, raw and true, that's the spark that pulls me through. If the hills strike back with a thunder-run cry, I'll twist the throttle till the sparks go high. No grind too rough for a frame this mean, southern grid rides evergreen. Moon drifts slow on a galley span, cool air shivers through the ranch land tan. I breathe that night with the windows wide, letting the long wind be my guide. Top cooling while the dust slides thin, wind brushing lightly on a farmyard bend. Old sedan rumbling by the cattle rows, grain sparks flicking where the corn head blows. Motel curtain glowing from a single lamp, smell of engine grease near the trailer camp. Railway echoes cutting through the tree-lined band, loose gravel crunching under someone's hand. Diner bell jingles with a tighter tone, scatter of footsteps when the ship folks roam. River mist lifting from the underbridge sweep, low field tractors crawling half asleep. I walk the shoulder where the night grows wide, letting the county settle inside. If the sky keeps clearing on this amber band, I'll steer that straight line to the quiet end. Porch guitar thumping in a soft steel run, amps buzzing
buzzing gently from a day nearly done. Boot heels marking on the chalky stone. Light fading slow in a copper zone.
Boot heels ticking in a restless time. Old Ford coughing on a sharp cut ride. Heat drifting upward in the amber skies. Grain field murmur on a far back sweep. Weird lines shifting where the hollows sleep. Radio flutter on a blues cut hum. Something in the tone says go, don't run. Turn down the dust lane, crosswind strong. Let the engine carry through the twilight long. The wide lane motion pushing clean and wide, rolling that day to the fade inside. Crosswind out, steady and true. That's the call that pulls me through. Motel neon buzzing with a tide white glow. Smoke drifting loose where the trucks move slow. Bar stool tapping on a pine worn deck. Whiskey glass cooling by a sunburned neck. Harley folks gleaming in a rust shot line. Boot scuffs marking where the shadows shine. Story shared softly by a weather cut hand. Feels like truth on a quiet land. If the dog drops quick with a westbound tone, I'll ride that pitch till the night feels known as a road. Flattling breeze rising from a calm low trade. Cold air spilling where the long road straight. Headlights trembling on a chalk gray bend. Map blindfolding where the ridges blend. I lean on the wheel for a slower turn, letting the moment cool and burn. Night drapes gently on a hilltop scene. Air grows lighter by the diesel stream. I keep that window halfway wide, letting the crosswind be my guide. Oh. Flashing on a shell cut bend.
Fog line drifting from the pines again. Boot soles damp on a moss-worn trail. Old truck island with a whisper pale. Bird call echo on a ridgeback span. Diesel breath rising from an open van. Maple leaf shaking in a lowland roll. Something in the quiet steadies my soul. Timber stacked by a weathered shed. Coffee steam curling near a narrow bed. Pickup door thudding in a soft gray light. Early shift humming like a muted night. Wind biting sharp on a frost-tip rail. Paper tack fluttering on a stacked bark bale. Back road stretching through a cool pine sweet. Feels like a root carved deep. Run that timber road slow and wide. Let the mountain air carry the ride. Steel string warmth and a calm clear flow. Rolling through the hush of the highland glow. Timber road quiet, steady and true. That's a calm that gets me through. From a porch stone chair, wool coat flapping in the thinning air. Wood smoke drifting from a hillside pit. Dog tail thumping in a lazy sit. Creek stone skipping on a cold back shore. Dry twigs cracking on a cabin floor. I breathe that chill with a steady grin, letting the mountains settle in. Run that timber road slow and wide. Let the mountain air carry the ride. Steel string warmth in a calm clear flow. Of the highland glow. Timber road quiet, steady and true. That's a calm that gets me through. Dust drops gently on a pale ridge spine. Cold wind humming through the crooked pine. I ease the throttle for a lighter load, letting the night guide this timber road. Rising on an uphill sweep. Rusted mile marker where the low winds creep. Boot soles tapping on a warm cut grade. Tailgate rattling in a copper shade. Old road bending like a worn out spine. Radio cracking through a backwoods line. Dry grass shaking in a late day hum. Something in my chest starts to come undone. Fire up the county blue ember bright. Let the engines holler through the leaning night. Steel string rumble kicking loose the dark. Running on rhythm past the river mark. County blue ember wild and clean. That's the run that rides in me. Hey, hey. Tin roof tavern with a buzzing glow. Cheap rye whiskey in a slow warm flow. Slide guitar bending on a swamp bone groove. Crowd pounding time like they can't stay still. Truckers laughing by a dented rail. Stores spilling out in a gravel hail. Smoke rings drifting in a summer haze. Feels like shelter on the longest days. Fire up the county blue ember bright. Let the engines holler through the leaning night. Steel string rumble kicking loose the dark. Running on rhythm past the river mark. County blue ember wild and clean. That's the run that rides feel. Night breeze cooling on the high-cut hill. I roll the windows down and breathe. Let the highway carve what I believe.
Tonight the wind carries the scent of dirt roads. Feels like a call from someplace old. Highline gravel woman in a late day glow. Dry wind dragging through a red cut road. Boot soles brushing on a faded track. Old rig humming on a downslope crack. Fence wire trembling in a slow soft quake. Gas tank ticking near the salt flat shake. Rail car shadow leaning on a dusty span. Silhouette drifting where the dust began. Maple bark peeling by the loading gate. Voices carrying through a workday state. I follow that hum with a measured stride. Feeling the county open wide. 10-roof cabin with a weather-warm light. Coffee steam rising in the coming night. Pickup tailgate settling with a muted thud. Road salt clinging to the winter mud. Creek bed echo on a copper tint breeze. Sparrows diving through the leaning trees. Diner door shifting with a subtle sway. Badges hanging from a long hard day. Bar stool scraping on a pine-worn floor. Laughs drifting out a crooked door. I pause by the shoulder where the edges blend, letting the long line quiet mend. If the hills breathe deep with a back road call, I'll trust that pull through it all. No turn too sharp for a soul is set. These southern bones ain't breaking yet. Night falls gently over grain field rows. Cold air settling where the tall grass grows. I lean on the hood for a slower view, letting the dust plane echo through. Engine ticking down in the open span. Road stretching farther than any plan. And somewhere past that amber line is a place where I can rest my mind. Sundown slipping on a wide bluff road. Boot dust shaking from a long day load. Old rig humming with a worn out pride. And warm breeze rolling on the mountainside. Fence line drifting in a copper sway. Loose gravel rattling down a twilight bay. Radio picking up a far off choir. Something in the tone pulls me higher. Run that wide bluff mile tonight. Let the engines echo in the fading light. Steel string heartbeat riding clean and strong. Rolling that hush where the days belong. Wide bluff
shaking with a quiet creak. Coffee steam rising in a soft back leak. Harley forks glinting by a shaded span. Boot heels tapping on a tin roof pan. Bar talk drifting with a low warm glow. Laughs mixing gently where the night winds go. Smoke curls lifting on a night breeze. Feels like a moment built to ease. Run that wide low mile tonight. Let the engines echo in the fading light. Steel string heartbeat riding clean and strong. Rolling that hush where the days belong. Wide bluff mile, steady and true. That's the home that carries through. If the red breaks open with a wind-borne cry, I'll chase that pull till the shadows lie. No climb too sharp for a wheel this set. Southern bones hold firm yet. Moon slides gently on a pale-cut line. Night air settling where the fields combine. I ease the wheel for a calmer glide, letting the wide bluff mile decide. Red trail gravel humming under worn-out wheels. Heat shift shimmer where the blacktop peels. Boot dust rising in a copper brown sweep. Old freight rumble from a canyon deep. Gas pump ticking by a roadside stand. Paper cup cooling in a calloused hand. Wind cut edges on a highline run. Something in my pulse starts to come undone. Light up the red trail, voltage high. Let the engines echo through the open sky. Steel hot thunder rolling sharp and wide. Running on rhythm down the countryside. Red trail, voltage raw and free. That's the spark that pulls on me. Wood beam bar with a crooked glow. Cheap corn whiskey in a warm slow flow. Telecast a twang in a bayou bend. Boots stomping hard where the table's in. Truckers swapping tails by a rattle gate. Laughing loud at the strokes of fate. Smoke rising thick in a blue-gray trail. Feels like shelter when the nights turn pale. Light up the red trail, voltage high. Let the engines echo through the open sky. Steel hot thunder rolling sharp and wide. Running on rhythm down the countryside. Red trail, voltage raw and free. That's the spark that pulls on me. lightning tone, I'll chase that rumble till the dark is gone. No wave too rough for a soul this wired. Southern grit keeps the road inspired. Stars drift slow on a worn-out hill. Air grows cooler and the fields go still. I crack the window just to breathe. Let the long run carve my creed. Climb, boot heels ticking in a restless time. Old Ford coffin on a sharp cut rise. Heat drifting upward in the amber skies. Grainfield murmur on a far back sweep. Wind lines shifting where the hollows sleep. Radio flutter on a blues cut hum. Something in the tone says go, don't run. Turn down the dust lane, crosswind strong. Let the engine carry through the twilight along. Wide lane motion pushing clean and wide. Rolling that day to the fading side. Crosswind hour steady and true. That's the call that pulls me through. Motel neon buzzing with a tide-wide glow. Smoke drifting loose where the trucks move slow. Bar stool tapping on a pine-worn deck. Whiskey glass cooling by sunburned neck. Harley folks gleaming in a rush-shod line. Boot scuffs marking where the shadows shine. Story shed softly by a weather-cut hand. Feels like truth on a quiet land. If the dark drops quick with a westbound tone, I'll ride that pitch till the night feels numb. Flatland breeze rising from a calm low tray. Cold air spilling where the long road stray. Headlights trembling on a chalk gray bend. Map line folding where the ridges blend. I lean on the wheel for a slower turn, letting the moment cool and burn. Night drapes gently on a hilltop scene. Air grows lighter by the diesel stream. I keep that window halfway wide, letting the crosswind be my guide.
Sunset dust settles on a long straight hill. Dry wind whispering through a grain-cut lane. Boot soles tapping on a field-worn plain. Old truck leaning by a fence post bend. Tail lights dimming as the minutes blend. Railway tremor from a far-off sweep. Weed head shivering where the valleys sleep. Thermos lid rattling in the backseat shade. Map edges curling from the heat they've made. I take that shoulder with a steady glide, letting the day slide off my side. If the South Trail hums in a low warm tone, I'll ride that sound till it feels like home. It feels like home. Neon flicker on a half-torn sign. Whiskey breath drifting near a service line. Holly forks chiming in a nightfall sway. Rust grit bouncing on a roadside train. Door hinge creaking on a barroom frame. Voices rolling through a week-worn game. Smoke core rising in a bar light spin. Boot heels marking where the trucks roll in. I hear that throb from the county's brim. Feels like the place grew up with him. Shift with a shadow call, I'll trust that pull through the fading sprawl. No slop too sharp for a heart this set. Road-worn bones haven't failed me yet. Moon slides quiet on a timbered crest. Cold air drifting where the grass lies pressed. I ease the wheel for a gentler drift, letting the South Trail grant me lift. Burning on a long red grade. Heat waves dancing where the back roads fade. Boot dust rising on a cracked out seam. Old Ford rumbling in a desert gleam. Gas tank ticking with a low warm knock. Highline shadows cutting through the rock. Radio buzzing on a blues run drag. Something in that pulse lifts my flag. Run that open line bright and clear. Let the engines howl till the dust draws near. Steelhead rhythm pushing through the glare. Rolling that sunset desert air. Open line fever, riding free. That's the job that carries me. Tavern with a half-lit sign. Whiskey scent drifting in the sagging pine. Holly pipe shaken by a broken rail. Boots hidden time on a sand-worn pail. Bar talk swirling with a rough-cut jolt. Tails humming from a drifter boy. Desert wind leaning on the faded door. Feels like a place I've been before. Run that open line bright and clear. Let the
till the dust draws near. Steelhead rhythm pushing through the glare, rolling that sunset desert air. Open line fever, riding feet. That's the jolt that carries me. Yeah. If the ridge kicks back with a blazing roar, I'll grip that throttle till it begs for more. No burn, too wild for a soul this wired. Desert grit keeps me inspired. Headlights cutting on a dust blue strip, wind slipping cool on a night run trip. Cheap motel humming with a neon wine, cold soda sweating in a roadside shine. Flatbed echo from a distant lane, dust clouds falling like a summer rain. I breathe that sway with a steady grin, letting the desert pull me in. Stars drift sharp on a high backspan, night wind crawling through the copper sand. I ease the wheel for a lighter pace, letting the open line map my chase. Cold Creek water flashing on a shell-cut bend, fog line drifting from the pines again. Boot soles damp on a moss-worn trail, old truck guiding with a whisper pale. Bird call echo on a ridgeback span, diesel breath rising from an open van. Maple leaf shaking in a lowland roll, something in the quiet steadies my soul. Timber stacked by a weathered shed, coffee steam curling near a narrow bed. Pickup doors thudding in a soft gray light, early shift humming like a muted night. Wind biting sharp on a frost-tip rail, paper tag flooding on a stacked bark bale. Back road stretching through a cool pine sweet, feels like a root car deep. Run that timber road slow and wide, let the mountain air carry the ride. Steel string warmth in a calm clear flow, rolling through the hush of the highland glow. Timber road quiet, steady and true. That's the calm that gets me through. Old man waving from a porch stone chair, wool coat flapping in the thinning air. Wood smoke drifting from a hillside pit, dog tail thumping in a lazy sit. Creek stone skipping on a cold back shore, dry twigs cracking on a cabin floor. I breathe that chill with a steady grin, letting the mountains settle in. Run that timber road slow and wide, let the mountain air carry the ride. Steel string warmth in a calm clear flow, rolling through the hush of the highland glow. Timber road quiet, steady and true. That's the calm that gets me through.
humming through the crooked pine. I ease the throttle for a lighter load, letting the night guide this timber road. Heat rising off a broken lane, old truck shaking with a low back strain, boot soles grinding on a chalky cut, map flaps snapping in a highway rut, roadside thistle in a wind-drawn sway, sun burning orange on a farmyard stray, radio static on a steel blue hum, something in the drip says keep on son. Fire up the gravel, spark it bright, let the tailpipes echo through the falling light, hardline thunder running sharp and fast, rolling down counties where the shadows cast. Gravel spark riding fierce and free, that's the grit that pulls on me. Woo! Bar lights trembling in a dead-end town, whiskey pouring with a warm slow sound, slide guitar cutting through a smoky bend, boots hitting hard where the truckers blend, Harley rumble shaking up the curbside stone, laughing voices mixing with a diesel tone, night run breeze swirling near the porch rail glow, feels like a place I used to know. Fire up the gravel, spark it bright, let the tailpipes echo through the falling light, hardline thunder running sharp and fast, rolling down counties where the shadows cast. Gravel spark riding fierce and free, that's the grit that pulls on me. In the ridge winds whip with a storm-cut cry, I'll hold it steady till the gust blows by, no shake too rough for a soul this wired, southern bones stay road inspired, moon drifts over a barely span, cool night settling on the open land. Wind blowing on an asphalt rise, warm grid drifting under cobalt skies, boot heels knocking on a painted seam, gas pump clicking in a midday gleam, cargo rigs groaning on a far off grade, tire marks fading where the heat lines fade, radio humming with a low road swing, something in the rumble starts to rain. Turn up the red wind, let it roar, let the engines echo through the valley floor, steel belt rhythm cutting clean and wide, rolling that sunset countryside. Red wind fever, bold and true, that's the pull that carries through. Neon buzzing near a diner porch, smoke drifting slow from a half-lit torch, Harley folks shining by a worn-out rail, boots tapping time on a cracked wood pail, bar talk rising in a gravel-thick hum, last spilling warm where the big rigs come, heat wave glassing on a canyon wall, feels like a place that hears me call. Turn up the red wind, let it roar, let the engines echo through the valley floor, steel belt rhythm cutting clean and wide, rolling that sunset countryside. Red wind fever, bold and true, that's the pull that carries through. If a long climb shakes with a thunder run cry, I'll ride the curve till the sparks go high, no rush too strong for a drive this said, southern grit don't fail me, yeah. Night comes soft on a weed line turn, cool air sailing where the ridges burn, I crack the window for a deeper run, let the red wind guide me on. I drop the window for a cleaner run, let the long miles bleed into one.
record sheet rising off a broken lane. Old truck shaking with a low back strain. Boot soles grinding on a chalky cut. Map flap snapping in a highway rut. Roadside diesel in a wind-drawn sway. Sun burning orange on a farmyard stray. Radio static on a steel blue hum. Something in the drift says keep on, son. Fire up the gravel, spark it bright. Let the tailpipes echo through the falling light. Hardline thunder running sharp and fast. Rolling down counties where the shadows cast. Gravel spar riding fierce and free. That's a grit that pulls on me. Bar light trembling in a dead-end town. Whiskey pouring with a warm, slow sound. Slide guitar cutting through a smoky bend. Boots hitting hard where the truckers blend. Harley rumble shaking up the curbside stone. Laughing voices mixing with a diesel tone. Night rum breeze swirling near the porch rail. Glow feels like a place I used to know. Fire up the gravel, spark it bright. Let the tailpipes echo through the falling light. Sharp and fast, rolling down counties where the shadows cast. Gravel spar riding fierce and free. That's the grit that pulls on me. If the ridge winds whip with a storm-cut cry, hold that steady till the gust blows by. No shake too rough for a soul this wide. Southern bones stay road inspired. Moon drifts over a barley span. Cool night sailing on the open land. I drop the window for a cleaner run. Let the long miles bleed into one. Two-lane bend, boot dust rising where the fence lines end. Maple shade flickers on a leaning sign. Roadside gravel with a warm gold shine. Radio chatter from a far off town. Wind keeps pushing all the noise back down. Flatbed humming in a steady stride. Feels like something waking inside. Run that lonesome white county wide. Let the engines echo on the early ride. Steel bar rhythm shaking off the haze. Rolling through miles like burning days. County-wide humming wild and true. That's the pull that carries through. Neon blinking on a cheap motel. Smell of gasoline where the shadows fell. Barroom laughter by a weathered rail. Voices drifting through a rust-red trail. Harley thumping in a parking lot glow. Boots heels marking where the cool winds blow. Smoke line curling through a late night hum. Feels like a place I won't outrun. Run that lonesome white county wide. Let the engines echo on the early ride. Steel bar rhythm shaking off the haze. Rolling through miles like burning days. County-wide humming wild and true. That's the pull that carries through. Cracks open with a long back road. I lean the throttle till it wants more. No road too rough for a heart this sad. Southern grit don't break just yet. Moon climbs slow to sleep. Footsteps tapping on a warm cut stripe, radio bouncing with a wild back type. Pickup shadow rolling past a cotton field, steering wheel rattling with a loose worn yield. Orange dust swirling in a diner breeze, something in the shake brings me to my knees. Light up the iron trail, burn it bright, let the engines carry through the falling night. Steel heart rumble, cutting clear and strong, running that county where the miles belong. Iron trail fever, raw and true, that's the spark that pulls me through. Cheap motel buzzing with a neon fade, Harley pipes growling in the twilight shade. Whiskey scent drifting from a roadside crowd, bar door slamming in a rhythm loud. Desert wind pushing through a cactus row, heat line floating in a copper glow. Leather gloves tapping on a fuel-worn stand, feeling that outlaw throb expand. Light up the iron trail, burn it bright, let the engines carry through the falling night. Steel heart rumble, cutting clear and strong, running that county where the miles belong. Iron trail fever, raw and true, that's the spark that pulls me through. If the hills strike back with a thunder run cry, I'll twist the throttle till the sparks go high. No grind too rough for a frame this mean, Southern grit rides evergreen. Moon drifts low on a bowerless span, cool air shivers through the ranchland tan. I breathe at night with the windows wide, letting the long wind be my guide. Kickstar rhythm on a sunburned turn, flatbed shaking where the white lines churn. Boot dust popping on the hardtop scene, radio jumping with a hill country gleam. Gas station shadow from a leaning sign, two-lane shimmer in a warm red shine. Dry wind tugging at my denim sleeve, something in the tilt says don't you leave. Run that high-rise dust light rally bolt, let the engines echo where the dust turns gold. Steel line thunder ripping through the heat, rolling past counties on a long backbeat. Dust light rally wild and clear, that's the pulse that keeps me here. Neon flickers on a motel wall. Harley growls low by a silver stall. Whiskey breath mingling with a parking lot breeze. Oil stain dancing by the mesquite trees. Desert flies quiet on a copper ridge. Heat wave trembling near an old plank bridge. Leather glove tapping on a fender line. Feeling that outlaw thrum in mine. Run that high ridge dust slide rally boat. Let the engines echo where the dust turns gold. Steel line thunder ripping through the heat. Rolling past counties on a long backbeat. Dust light rally wild and clear. That's a pulse that keeps me moon hangs low by the weed line bend. Crickets shuffle where the fence stakes end. I crack the window for the cool night breeze. Let the long trail hum my piece. Showed a woman in the late day blaze. Long haul hum drifting through the wheat field haze. Boot heels tapping on a sun-cracked grade. Tailgate echo from a slow roll parade. Dry wind brushing on a low-cut bend. Fence posts leaning where the dust trails in. Motor pulse thumping like a heartbeat freed. Something in the dust plants a restless need. Turn up the dust, runner, copper bright. Let the engines holler through the coming night. Steel wire rhythm shaking loose the dark. Rolling that county like a flint edge spark. Copper line dust runner, wild indeed. That's the creed I always heed. Shacktown tavern with a trembling light. Cheap ride pouring on a Friday night. Slide string crying from a corner stage. Boots stomping time on the weathered gauge. Truck stop chatter by a pickup row. Stories tumbling where the headlights glow. Smoke rings drifting in a heavy swirl. Feels like home in a rough cut world. Copper line dust runner, wild indeed. the deep road roar, I'll lean that throttle till it begs for more. No storm too sharp for a soul this tough. Southern bones keep running rough. Moon climbs high on a barley hill, cool air settling where the fields turn still. I'll roll the windows down to breathe. Let the long miles ride my weave. Grain dust rising on an uphill sweep, rusted mile marker where the low winds creep. Boots so tapping on a warm cut gray, tailgate rattling a copper shade. Old road bending like a worn out spine, radio crackling through a backwoods line. Dry grass shaking in a late day hum, something in my chest starts to come undone. Kicking loose the dark, running on rhythm past the river mark. County blue ember, wild and clean. That's the run that rides in me. Tin roof tavern with a buzzing glow, cheap rye whiskey in a slow warm flow. Slide guitar bending on a swamp-born groove. Crowd pounding time like they can't stay still. Truckers laughing by a dented rail. Stories spilling out in a gravel hail. Smoke rings drifting in the summer haze. Feels like shelter on the longest day. Fire up the county, blue ember bright. Let the engines holler through the leaning night. Steel string rumble kicking loose the dark, running on rhythm past the river mark. County blue ember, wild and clean. That's the run that rides in me. If the hills light up with a thunder line roar, I lean right in and push for more. No wind too sharp for a heart this strong. Southern blood keeps rolling on. Moon climbs slow where the fields turn still. Night breeze cooling on the high cut hill. I roll the windows down and breathe. Let the highway carve what I believe.
blacktop cooling while the dust slides thin. Wind brushing lightly on a farmyard bin. Old sedan rumbling by the cattle rows. Green sparks flicking where the corn head blows. Motel curtain glowing from a single lamp. Smell of engine grease near the trailer camp. Railway echoes cutting through the tree-lined band. Loose gravel crunching under someone's hand. Diner bell jingles with a tire tone. Scatter of footsteps when the shift folks roam. River mist lifting from the underbridge sweep. Low field tractors crawling half asleep. I walk the shoulder where the night grows wide. Let in the county, settle inside. If the sky keeps clearing on this amber band, I'll steer that straight line to the quiet end. Guitar thumping in a soft steel run. Amps buzzing gently from a day nearly done. Boots heels marking on the chalky stone. Light fading slow in a copper zone.